Next we'll have the next ribbon that I usually would make. It's just a layered bow that you can use for weddings. You can use it for a gift. Use it for the pupils. I mean, different things. Basket arrangements. It's very simple to do. So all you need is make sure you take off enough ribbon off the spool. And I'm going to show you how to make this second ribbon design. We're going to start with a tail. And with satin ribbon, usually both sides of the ribbon are finished. So it's just pretty much just getting the ribbon to do what you want it to do. So we start with a tail. You can make the tail as long as you like. You just kind of gauge how big you want your bow. Usually the first bow here, the first loop will actually be the center loop. I always work from the center out. So here's the first loop, here's the tail. Where my finger would be, this is where we would squeeze the ribbon together, and this will be the tail that hangs. There you go. Now if you were dealing with wired ribbon, usually with the wired ribbon, it's usually one-sided. This is really tangled here. It's another thing with dealing with ribbon that's already on a spool. It's kind of hard to work with it. So I usually just fold this over, making the bow a little smaller than this first loop that I made. So this loop is usually pointing towards the bottom. Here's the top. But I think I have just enough to finish this bow. So you can get an idea of what I mean. Okay? Now here's the 3 layers. I usually do 3 layers. Here's the tail. Now if it ends up being the end of the roll like this one is, just make the tail shorter. I usually squeeze the center. Squeeze the center, fluff out the bows. Fluff out the bows. And just like the other ribbon that I did before, you can cut the ends the same exact way. Fold the ribbon in half and start from the top to the bottom on a diagonal and cut from top to bottom across, and you'll have a nice little edging on your ribbon. And the same for the other side. It depends on what you like. And this is a very simple bow that you can use. This satin ribbon comes on a spool. It's usually like 100 yards. You can do so much with this one spool. I did a whole wedding and I still was able to come home and do this demonstration for you. And I use really, I have really nice big long bows as well. And it's just worth the money. I believe this roll was maybe about, I believe it was like $10. I think it's worth $10. Being as though like a nice spool of ribbon may cost you like $3-4 and it's only 3 yards. You're getting 100 yards out of the satin ribbon, so it just makes sense. And then what you would do is you would tie a wire around the center. You tie the wire around the center, and just to hold it in place. You twist it in the back. Or you can use a piece of ribbon. You can use a piece of ribbon, another piece of ribbon, a smaller piece of ribbon that also can hang down as well, giving it another decorative touch. And You can also, that first ribbon that we use right here, you can add on to the ribbon. You can add the ribbon here to give it some color. Like if you're having a wedding and champagne was your other color, there you go. Just put the ribbon right in the center. You can glue it, or you can tie it with the wire, and you just made a second bow, a different type of look for any occasion. You can use it for just about anything. It's very universal.